Yo, welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one's for Criminal Minds. Season 1, episode number 19. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And hit the notification bell. Thank you.
Alright, one comment from the last episode starting from... Hold on. One comment from the last episode from executive producer... Why does this look like this? Jeremy, who says, I've always liked these celebrity stalker episodes of procedural shows. They're usually entertaining. However, I don't feel like it really fits the Criminal Minds mold. The episode did, as per usual for these kinds of episodes, have its entertaining moments. I did like that the show brought a little extra psychology to the mindset of the stalker, and Hollywood in general, a little more than the average procedural would have done. I thought Amber Heard had her moments with the more serious parts, like when she found out her agent died, but a lot of the in-between moments and the flirting stuff felt like a lot, kind of like a Lifetime movie, like J. Rabbit said. It was difficult for me. I was just like, girl, get it together. Although I did like seeing Reed in a different light outside of his comfort zone, having the love interest and being the hero. I liked the talk he had with Morgan at the end of the episode. I also thought that Catherine Winnick did great as the unsub in her very brief part. But overall, I would say this episode was okay, entertaining enough to be a decent episode, but far from the best. Great reaction. I look forward to...
Stabs his victims and then abuses them sexually with the knife.
But he wasn't always a killer. He gradually escalated from sex crimes. These may have started out as peeping Tom incidents, eventually leading to rape.
And then at some point, he couldn't rape anymore. So he began killing women who represented authority figures in his life he hated. Typically a mother, grandmother, women that he blamed for his impotence.
How would we have targeted these women? We found no connection between them.
We don't know yet. But based on the number of times he's killed and his skill at gaining the trust of his victims, we can assume that he plans his murders and that he's been committing sex crimes for many years. We think he's somewhere between the ages of 35 and 50.
You need to talk to all known sex offenders and compare them to this profile.
You should also re-interview all your witnesses and see if anyone saw a man who might have been dressed as a woman. Gracias.
Not around here. What if he's dressed as a woman so good, you don't know it's a man?
We have another body.
You see what I'm saying?
Isabel Santiago, 67. No sign of forced entry. Stabbed in the chest and genitals.
Abrasions on her neck. Beads from a necklace.
Obviously ripped off her neck.
No jewelry taken from the body. That's the first we've seen from this guy.
So why was this one different? For the past 2 years, we've had an average of one killing every 9 weeks.
Now 2 and 3 days.
It's pretty extreme escalation. He'll kill again soon.
Yeah.
Who's that over there?
That's the daughter of the victim.
Even with a knife in his hand.
Well,
What was it that he said to the
probably
woman after
Spanish.
Rachel?
How was that?
Any guy with confidence doesn't need to ask if he's doing a good job. He assumes that in bed and at work.
In bed and at work. Come on.
Anybody been asking
So
for
who's super
feedback?
cocky here?
No.
Ramirez,
Spado's been asking for feedback.
I was not
this
sure
guy
what they
desperately
said.
wants to impress you. No matter how small the job, he always wants your approval.
He may constantly ask, how did I do?
Como lo hice?
¿Cómo lo hice? Pablo Vargas. He's been on vacation since 4 days ago.
The day of Lupe Trejo's killing.
What does he do here?
He's the floor manager of Sector 16 Women's Plus Sizes.
We're going to need his address and any other information you can give us. Thank you.
This is all like
I
that.
mean,
Bill and Nestle.
you are completing my puzzle, okay? It's just one more piece left, and it's right in the middle.
I like how she was like, I've been talking to so many women, I'm forgetting how to speak
I
English.
speak English no more.
There's a
That's
TV
how I
on
get when I'm at
Sundays all
home
the time.
in Germany. I'm just like, wait, what am I doing?
Not never forget.
Go.
Hola.
That's it.
Hola.
That's already.
¿Todo está bien?
He walked up behind her.
¿Puedo irme, señora?
Oh!
Touch.
It's his house.
A little late. Souvenirs for his mother?
Anna's necklace.
That's his house.
His rape victims.
Just put them on the wall. Come burn this fucking house down.
Te cuidas mucho, atranca la puerta. ¿Eh? Buenas noches, mi amor.
Buenas noches, mi amor.
We have a name, but how do you find him?
We always ask why this victim, why the next victim. Serial killers plan their killings, and if we can figure out how he targets his victims, we can get ahead of it.
¿Por qué? What is this?
I charted all the names of the rape victims who came in, like they instructed us.
That name, Torres. There was a murder victim with that name.
Yes, there are hundreds of Torreses in this town.
Let me see the statements. What is it? It's maiden names.
The murder victims and the rape victims.
Everybody he didn't get the murder, he got the murder. It's got the same
Names are the same.
name.
He's killing the mothers of the women he raped.
And he's doing it in the same order. The daughter
What
of
a
the last two
fucker!
victims, Trejo and
What
Sandra,
a
they were
fucker,
We
Benny!
assume they were
Instead of
raped.
doubling back
Like,
on the young
you
ones,
were obsessed with
I'm just going with your mama. Damn!
What an asshole!
His last.
He's gonna kill her mother.
The last one he did, yeah, her mom. Man, that's some sucker shit right there.
Asshole.
And since the young women never reported the rape, you couldn't put two and two together.
Morgan?
What's up? All right?
Yeah. Behind you.
Where? Hell. Over here!
That's the mother, that's the guy.
Got me?
Got you.
I'm gonna try to move it.
How'd you know, babe?
Yeah, there's his legs. Grandma?
Oh, is this all the girls?
Oh, they fucked him up.
He pretended to be a woman. Now he doesn't have to pretend. Oh. Hey, got it stuck on there.
Yeah, we just gonna go and walk away. We hit the wrong house. Sorry. Technically, there was a serial killer here, but there's no longer a serial killer here. It's a win-win.
Will they be charged?
Charged? Why?
For what?
They were only defending their homes.
La casa no se reclina sobre la tierra, sino sobre una mujer.
That was Spanish, fellow. Do you
Good
really
job.
want to do paperwork?
Vamos.
You know how many papers you gonna have to work without all these females?
Are you real excited about this person?
What did you say in there?
All these peppers.
Just no Mexican proverb.
With all these favors.
Please, do not hesitate to call next time you're in town.
Thank you.
I'm thinking of starting a BAU in my district.
Takes a lot of training.
Thank you.
The first time we need computers. We're gonna need, let's just get a fingerprint machine first of all, and maybe a safe place for women to come and report their rapes. Let's start with that.
Also, I think you should hire at least
The
one
house
woman.
does not
Yeah.
represent the town,
At least hire one, yeah.
but upon a
There's a
woman
lot of things you should do before you start
Yeah,
your BAU?
come on. You just told me you ain't got no money for DNA. You don't do a whole BAU? It was episode 19 right there, back to form for our show here, Criminal Minds. And, you know, we had to go down to Mexico to show the boys how it's done. And we done did it. Now, this was very easy for us to do because this town right here was lacking. Okay? Lacking of all the basic cop things you would need to have. And so we had serial killer on our hands. They didn't want to admit it, but we already know what's going down. The ending, though, I showed like how it twisted around on us and showed us why he was picking the people he was killing. It went full circle. And I thought that was brilliantly done. You know, almost unbelievable, but I can believe somebody would do something like that for sure. And I like the ending of the girls getting the revenge on it. And but it is very kind of comical that the police station there is just poorly underwhelmed if something like this was to happen, which it did, and it just showed their ass on there. And so I thought everything else worked out good on there with the team coming down, doing what they do, diligently doing the BAU thing, finding the killer, and then there you go. But what a psycho! And you know what? They threw us for a loop because we thought the young dude in the beginning was probably the one that's gonna have something to do with it, but that was too obvious. And so I don't think they ever showed us who the killer was, though.
We didn't really get to see him, nope.
Nope. So I don't think that was even the big deal. That was the other twist. So another good episode. Can't wait to see another one.
I did enjoy the like cultural differences as far as how you would going into a different culture, a different country, how potentially the BAU would have to shift its way of identifying who the killer and things like that are. I just thought like the dialogue around the Mexican culture and you know, what they hold as important and how that changes potentially your perspectives, I thought was interesting. It always makes me a little bit uncomfortable because I don't know, is it really that bad there? Because it's almost like it would be insulting if it isn't that bad.
Yeah, it's not.
And they made it like, it makes me a little bit uncomfortable because I don't like stuff like that if you're exaggerating it because it's a different country and you're making it seem like they don't care about women. And because I don't know if that's the case. So, and maybe it is accurate, but it did make me just a little bit of uncomfortable there because I don't like those type of situations, and I can't say for sure one way or another because I don't know. But I thought overall the episode was interesting as far as exploring the BAU in a different country, and we hadn't done that yet, so I thought that was interesting for sure. And, you know, I thought definitely the reveal as far as the progression of his psychosis, going from raping the younger girls to having whatever situation happened where he was humiliated, and then not only switching over to taking advantage of older women, but also continue to target his original victims is so psychotic and sick. But really, really well thought out from a scripting and, you know, storytelling perspective. And I appreciate it too. I feel like it's intentional that they didn't spend any time showcasing who he was, what his real motives were, or any of that. It was really more so highlighting the women and showing that they ultimately came through and were brave and took care of it themselves, which I think was all intentional. So all in all, solid episode. Looking forward to the next one.
All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Criminal Minds, Season 1, Episode number 19. And until next time.